Heating of food is one of the most important ways to kill bacteria and to make food safe, but heating does not always work. It may not always be enough, and so in this video I want to explain why this is the case. So hello and welcome again, I'm Oliver, and in this channel I talk about how microorganisms affect our everyday life. Well, there are two main reasons why heating may not always make food safe. Now the first reason are so-called heat-stable toxins. Toxins are poisonous substances that were formed by bacteria. Some bacteria produce the toxins and they remain active even after heating. Heating does kill many bacteria, but the toxin they produced can stay in the food. And a good example here is the bacterium Bacillus cereus. It produces a toxin called cereulide. Now this toxin is heat stable, and once it is present in the food, boiling or reheating will not destroy it. There are other toxins that are destroyed by heating, but not this one here. The bacteria, they of course may be dead, but the toxin can still cause illness when the food is eaten. This is a very common food poisoning is called the fried rice syndrome, and this is when cooked rice is stored without cooling, and this allows bacteria to grow and to produce the toxin. Reheating the rice later does not make it safe. The consumption of this toxin typically causes vomiting and nausea. You feel ill, and sometimes within a few hours after eating. But in some cases, if you take in too much of this toxin, then it can even lead to severe illness and even liver damage. Well, I did make a separate video explaining the fried rice syndrome in more detail. But let me give you another example. At the beginning of 2026, January, February, baby formula products, baby food, were pulled from the shelves in parts of Europe because they found elevated levels of cereulide in the baby food. And the toxin was already present in certain ingredients before manufacturing. So it is not like this that the bacteria grew in the baby food and then produced the toxin. It was already present in the main ingredients. Now heating the baby food does not remove it because the toxin is, as we already know, heat stable. And for infants, even small concentrations of this toxin can be quite dangerous. And in this case, unfortunately, there's nothing that we consumers can do. Basically, that's why it's so important that food safety authorities, they set certain critical limits for the toxin, and they're monitoring the food products. But once bacteria have already grown and produced the toxin in the main ingredients, then heating is of course going to be too late. Now there's also a second reason why heating does not always work, because some bacteria are able to form so-called spores. You can think of spores like highly protected survival states. What the bacterium does is it shuts down its metabolism and it surrounds itself with protective layers, allowing it to survive extreme heat, even drying and other harsh conditions. The problem now is that these spores can survive normal boiling temperatures, and to reliably destroy those bacterial spores you need temperatures above 121 degrees Celsius, and that's actually, you can only reach those temperatures in a pressure cooker or also during industrial sterilization. But at home, just by boiling food, you're only going to go up to 100 degrees, so that's not enough. And if the conditions later become favorable, then the spores, they can start to germinate, they start to grow, and they grow into active bacteria again. And then again, these bacteria can then produce the toxins. The key lesson is that heating the food is very important and usually, of course, also kills the bacteria. But if the toxins are already present, or if heat-resistant spores, if they survive, then the heating alone may not make the food safe. Now, this is why preventing bacterial growth in the first place through proper storage and food handling, that's pretty essential. Because once the food is spoiled, it cannot of course be made safe again. You cannot unspoil food. Of course, controlled fermentation using microorganisms is an entirely different process, but that is a topic of course for another video. So that's everyday microbiology in action. I hope that you found the video informative. I hope to see you in the next one. Have a nice day.